Oh my gosh! I'm sorry, I totally thought that kid wasn't wearing anything. Oh buddy, I highly recommend you change your shirt. That was just a jump scare. Anyway, it's been a hot minute since I've shown you the progress of this island, which is half Citycore and half countryside, but I promise you I am working on it. So in this video, I wanted to show you a little bit of the progress of the island, as well as do a speed build for a convenience store. So I did have a video posted of my island entrance, which is right here. I made a little bit of tweaks to Blather's Bookstore right here. So I widened the entryway a little bit and then added the antique clocks to the top to kind of widen out the space at the top and give it more of a unique shape. But this was all, again, in my island entrance video. If you haven't seen that, please go check it out. I'm just going to show you a little bit more of what I've been working on. This space right here is what we are going to be doing today. We're going to add a cute little convenience store right in this space right here. I'm trying to make these faux buildings around the area, which is a little bit of a challenge from my natural terraforming, which I am used to, but I'm working my way through it. And over this way, I built a tiny little coffee shop. I wanted this to be accessible from both the street as well as the beach. I'm thinking maybe I'll put some tables and chairs on the beach as well so that people can come and have their coffee out on the beach. And making our way further up the street, I added another little bus stop over here. I just thought there should probably be a couple different bus stop areas on the island just so it kind of makes sense. And further up this way is another faux building I made, which is like a sweet shop, donut shop, I guess. I tried to put in as many desserty items as I could find. There's really not a ton that kind of fit well with this that the game offers, but you know, it is what it is. And then this way, we're gonna come to one of the villager homes, which I am converting into a shop. I want all the villagers on the city side to have their own little businesses. So eventually this is gonna be Kyle's record store. I don't actually know who lives here right now. Who is this? Sprocket lives here. You know, I've gotten kind of attached to Sprocket. He's really cute, but he's not staying on the island. So eventually, Kyle is gonna move in over here. I am looking forward to the next villager hunt. I do have an idea to kind of change it up a little bit, so more to come on that. That might be the next video that's coming. But anyway, here is a little laundromat, which is actually gonna be Kitty's home, and here she is. Hello, Kitty. I was initially gonna have Kitty have her own little boutique, but I kind of changed it to a laundromat. I hope she's okay with that, I don't know. But I just wanted to have a laundromat on the island, and I want to actually decorate the inside with the washing machines and everything, so I have changed her business to a cleaning service, I guess. And further this way, there's a lot of cars on this island, which is kind of funny because I'm only going to have 8 villagers, but, you know, lots and lots of cars. Whatever. This is gonna be a little bridge moment here. And then I do have more that I've worked on in the back of the island, but I'm gonna save that for a later video. Actually, I have a speed build I'm gonna do back there. But let's make our way back over to the area that we're gonna be building up today, which is gonna be our little convenience store. So this is the space we are gonna work on. It's not very big, but that's all right. I wanted to make a realistic little convenience store, kind of like a 7-Eleven, little Quick Mart. So I'm just gonna start off by placing down some of the wide display cases and stalls on either side to kind of frame out the building here. So I'm putting 2 display cases on either side, and then the stalls, just kind of framing out the little entryway here. So you'll walk across the street, walk into the convenience store right here. I'm gonna build up a little bit of a ledge here where we're gonna go ahead and place our signage as well as the front doorway. I do have some ideas for other faux buildings I wanna have on the city side of this island. I'm thinking I want a pizzeria, maybe a little clothing store, a jewelry store. I definitely also wanna have a skate park. I wanna get Static for this island, and he is going to run the little skate shop. So lots of things I still want to do on this island. Oh, here's a balloon. Gotta make sure I catch that. Of course. This always happens to me. I don't know. Does this happen to you? What did I get? What is this? A gold nugget. Oh, look at that. Now I can afford to buy something in my little convenience store once it's done. What kind of convenience store snacks are your go-to items? I would say my go-to salty snack are combos. If you're not familiar with those are, they're cracker or pretzel cylinder filled with either like a cheese or a pizza flavored paste. It sounds disgusting, it does, but it's actually really good, although not good for you by any means. But I find them tasty. I prefer the cracker and pizza ones. I also would choose, if I was picking a sweet snack, the little mini chocolate donuts. I think those are really good. But anyway, let's get back to the build. So I'm just placing down some of the simple panels here for the doors and windows of the shop, and then I'm actually going to utilize the Mario floating blocks. I know not a lot of people seem to use this in their builds, but I'm going to put this here kind of as like the little rooftop or awning way. I really wish we could customize these blocks, like change the color or the brick design on them. They're very cartoony looking, but it would be really cool if Nintendo let us change them up a little bit. But anyway, I'm placing them here so it kind of looks like there's more of a overhang of that rooftop. Now I'm going to come back here along the side and kind of work on decorating the top of the building here. I'm going to place down some of these curved street lamps just to kind of give some light to the building. So this is just going to be a very generic convenience store. I'm not going to put any 7-Eleven signage or anything because I want to save my custom code space for what is needed. I do have to worry about making sure I have code space for the countryside of this island, so I am trying to do my best with using what is necessary. So now I'm going to place down some of the wooden bookshelves face backwards just to kind of give the rooftop a little bit more height. So I'm placing a row of 6 wooden bookshelves right across the top here. And then I'm going to cut away the little edge that I built up here to place those bookshelves down. This is no longer needed. I think I'm going to place some trees along the back here and maybe some along the side. So let's go ahead and place down a utility pole right over here. We're in the city. There's going to be lots of utility poles on this island. And then I'm going to place down some greenery and trees over here just to kind of add to the ambience. I am very used to adding lots of trees on my islands. If you've seen my other islands, you know that I love adding trees. So just because this is a city side doesn't mean it doesn't need trees. I will add lots of trees, lots of greenery to the city side of this island as well. And of course, another utility pole, I wanted to kind of have some symmetry. So I think this is looking good so far. I'm pretty happy with how this is turning out. Let's add in a bit more greenery and fill in some of this empty space back here with another little tree. I love these filler trees. I think that they're really great pieces to have on your island. And now I'm going to place down some newspaper codes. I mean, this island is just covered in scattered papers and newspapers and just litter galore all over the place. I don't know, I guess that's kind of how I see cities sometime, at least the city by where I'm at. And this little tabletop pop display stand was driving me nuts. The struggle is real. It just would not go where I wanted it to go. I just want it to go in that little back corner, but it kept popping into that other display stand. So finally, after trying forever, it finally decided to go where I wanted it to be. So yay! And now it's time to decorate the store windows with some canned goods and some decorative bottles and stuff. I think these wide display cases are really so cute because they really look like a storefront window. I definitely will be using these in a lot of the faux buildings on this side of the island. Let's place down a fruit basket. Okay, what is your favorite fruit? Please let me know in the comments down below. My favorite is definitely blueberries. I have a bowl of cereal with blueberries almost every night. My second favorite would be raspberries. I went raspberry picking this summer and it was so much fun. I love picking raspberries. I kind of try to make it a tradition to do it each year. But anyway, if you care to share, let me know in the comments what's your favorite fruit. So let me place down a few more items over here. I wanted to kind of block off this side of the building so that people cannot walk through here, because if you can walk right against the building, you're gonna see the gaps and everything of how it was built. So I'm just gonna place a bunch of stuff here so that you can't walk here along the side. So let's just place down some cardboard boxes, a little boot. I'm gonna do the same thing over here on the other side of the building, again, so you don't walk next to it along the side here. So placing some garbage, trash cans, little pocket magazine. I mean, there's just, like I said, trash all over the place. We'll pop down some scattered papers, and then of course what we need here, surprise, surprise, is another tree. Again, I need to have my greenery on every island. Let's place down a couple here. That looks pretty good. So as I said, I want to kind of block off the area right next to the building so that visitors cannot walk along the building and see the gaps. I want them to walk this way around the building and then through the back rather than up next to it. So let's place down a mountain bike over here to kind of make sure that this space is not accessible. Nobody can walk through this. So now you can't get through this way, you'd have to walk around. I guess you can kind of go over here and see the gap, but hopefully nobody does that. But that's just kind of a little tip I have. If you're ever building a perspective build or just a build like this and you don't want people to see how it was made, you can force your visitors in a path that you want them to go. Okay, so now I wanted to do something a little unique with this build. I've never seen anybody do this, but I had this idea to make it look like you can see through the window. So I am placing some of the store shelves on either side here, kind of dug out a little block there, and now it looks like those are displayed in the store window. I just thought it was kind of cute. I'm always trying to think of something different and unique to do with my build, so hopefully this gives you a little bit of inspiration. So let's finish off this build by changing up some of the custom codes here in the front. Let's make this road look a little bit more aged, a little bit more cracked and worn out. And then I want to throw in this adorable little custom code of a grocery bag. It fits perfectly in front of the convenience store in my opinion. So what do you think of this build? Please let me know in the comments if you were inspired at all. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are having an amazing day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!